1110 KFAB.
Schrock Innovations presents the Midwest #1 independent computer repair company with service centers in Lincoln, Omaha, Papillion, and across the country via the Schrock desk. This is Compute This.
Good morning, folks, and welcome into Compute This. My name is Thor Schrock. I'm the owner of the Schrock Innovations Computer Company with service centers in Lincoln, Omaha, and Papillion. Of course, in Lincoln, we are currently on the corner of 27th and Pine Lake Road for a few more weeks. We're going to give you an update there on the new service center here coming up on the program. In Omaha, 168th and Burke, just across the street from the Village Point Mall, where you can check us out there. Also in Papillion, 84th and Highway 370, the Papillion Service Center is one of the newest ones we have, actually, from a design perspective. And a lot of the things we wanted to do in Lincoln, we kind of beta tested in Papillion first when we rebuilt that service center. Can we take a 3,000 square foot service center that was built to design and support desktop computers and then, ratchet it down to 1,600 square feet? That's a pretty challenging thing to have to do. All right, at the Lincoln Service Center, we were able to do it, so yay. And so the Lincoln Service Center is going through that transformation. My gosh, guys, the Lincoln Service Center was built about 10 years ago. And the changes in technology over the last decade, well, about 11 years ago now. This was before the iPhone. This was before the tablets. Remember, you probably don't remember this, but I remember having radio shows where we talked about, is Apple going to call it a slate? Is it the iSlate? It turned out to be the iPad, but still, those are the kind of conversations we were having. Everybody had more than one desktop or laptop computer at home, and we needed a service center to support those. Well, now the desktops are getting a little bit smaller. The laptops, we saw when tablets first came out, a lot of people jump over to tablets and phones, and now they're jumping back. Because the problem with a tablet and a phone is to get a decent one, to get one that can do everything your computer can do, you got to spend like $900. Whereas you can buy a PC now for $600 or $700 that does way more than a tablet can do. So it's kind of funny how the world has come full circle on that. So anyway, we do it all at Schrock. We fix them, we sell them, we recover data from them when they crash. If you're having any problems with your technology, you can always bring your computer to one of our service centers. You can always call us. We do free pickup and free drop-off. A lot of people don't realize that. We'll come out to your house or your business, pick up the computer, bring it back to the service center, and there's no charge for that, which blows my mind. Every week, I think I've said this the last 3 weeks now, I get on the radio and I tell you we do free pickup and free drop-off. And while you're ordering your Uber to come take you to church and you're planning your lunch later on Grubhub and you're doing your Target pickup order, nobody calls us to pick up their computers. They just don't. People bring them in all the time. Nobody ever calls us, says, come get it. So if you want us to come get it, we will do that. There is no charge for that. We also do in-home and in-business support, basically for almost the same price. We'll come out to you on an hourly rate and fix the computer without taking it away at all. So it gives you the fastest turnaround time possible. 866-496-8772. That's the number to join us on the program today. Of course, if you ask a question or make a comment, we'll put you in the drawing on the at the end of the program that we do for the $25 Schrock Innovations gift certificate. Forgive my momentary distraction there. We are live on Facebook right now, facebook.com/Schrock Innovations, where you can watch the show if you'd like. For whatever reason, my workstation here is showing me a black screen, so I've loaded up my own feed over here. So I'm watching myself on the feed on the other camera or on the other screen here, and so I know it's working. I know we're on. I just can't see myself, which means I also can't see your comments. So I will do my best to keep up with everything you guys post there on Facebook as well. All right, so I mentioned that the new Lincoln Service Center is coming along. We're going to have an update for that for you. Also, if you didn't see the calendar recently, it is May, and every month this year, to celebrate our 20th anniversary at Schrock Innovations, we are putting together just a crazy sale. Now, we've done some different things that we've never done before. As always, I'm going to put out requests for next month. If there's anything next month that you'd like us to put on sale that maybe we don't normally put on sale, just ask. And then, that's how we got the solid state upgrade sale. One of the most successful non-computer sales we've ever done. That was phenomenal. We had the oh golly, the external hard drive that was totally customer request. I would have never occurred to me to put external hard drives on sale, because you either have one or you don't. You either need one or you don't. You're not like, hey, Schrock's got external hard drives on special. It's like a BOGO. Do you need one? Let's get a couple. It doesn't quite work that way usually. Again, though, it was something that everybody wanted. So again, we don't always know. So tell us what you want and we'll put it on sale. All right, so Jenny says, Thor, the surge protector that's on sale right now, does it include something for the phone line that can plug into it? All right, now, Jenny, I'm starting to build up to the May sale here, and you just jumped right in there, and you're like, well, bam, yeah, surge protectors. Well, Jenny, as Jenny said, surge protectors are on sale right now. So we have not done a surge protector sale in years. The reason for that is the surge protectors that we sell, they're called an audible alert surge protector. Here's the deal. In Nebraska, we have one of the widest temperature variations of any state in the United States. We can go from negative 30 degrees in a really cold day up to 120 degrees in the summer. So throughout the year, we're always running. I think they say there's 7 perfect days in the year in Nebraska. Like 7 perfect days where you don't need the air conditioner or the heater, just a perfect day. There's only 7. Maybe that's high. I don't know. But you're always running your air conditioner. You're always running your heater. Some days you're running both. And it's crazy, right? Well, if you've ever been vacuuming the house and the power goes down, it dips down, and then the lights dip down and then it comes back up, or if you've been using the blender and the mixer at the same time in the kitchen, the lights get a little dim and they come back up. Every time you have a piece of equipment that pops on like that has a heavy starting draw of electricity, it's creating a surge in your home. When we talk about surge damage, everybody thinks about storm season, which is why we tend to do these sales when we used to do them right now, because, last month was Storm Awareness Month, Severe Weather Awareness Month. So that means now that you're aware of it, we're going to have it this month. So now is the time to be prepared for it, right? So that's why we usually did these sales, and we do them now. But these surge protectors that we offer, if you have a surge, let's say you go to Ace Hardware and you get yourself the $9.99 surge protector that's got like 100 joules of protection. Now, a joule is a measure of energy, right? So just like joules in your pocket, if you use some joules, if you use some of those joules of protection up, absorbing surges, those joules are gone. Now you have 99, now you have 95, now you have 90. And there's a light on the surge protector that's supposed to tell you when it's bad. The trouble is there's no standard operating procedure for this. So sometimes it's just a power light and it just stays on all the time. Sometimes one side of the switch will get a little dim and the other side will stay bright. Sometimes the light will flicker. Sometimes the light will go out. So basically, you have no way of knowing if your surge protector is actually protecting anything or if all of its joules are used up and it's just a glorified extension cord. So as a result, in Nebraska, which it's very similar for Iowa, it's not quite as bad, but it's very similar for Iowa. Obviously, we're not that geographically separate. But in Nebraska and Iowa, you want to replace them about once a year just to be safe. So every year you should be buying a new surge protector. So I want you to take a mental moment here. Down under the desk, in the cord's nest, there is a surge protector. When is the last time you replaced it? And I bet half the people listening to me right now have no idea, can't remember. If you said, hey, Thor, you have that 65-inch LED television, when's the last time you replaced that surge protector? Oh, shoot, yeah, I replace my computer one all the time, but never occurred to me that big expensive TV might need a good surge protector. Wow. Oh, shoot. Better get that done. Or that entertainment system, or, go on and on the gaming system that the kids have downstairs on the Xbox and everything. Xboxes aren't cheap. Hey, what about your charging station where you charge all your iPads and phones? Does that have a surge protector on it? And you start going through all the expensive electronics that we have now that I just mentioned. iPads, like $900. A surge protector can save it from getting zapped. Now, a lot of times it'll be the charger cord that gets zapped on those devices. Same thing with your laptop. Very rarely do we see a surge take out a laptop. We see it take out the power cord because that's where your power supply is for your laptop, or your iPad or some of your HP computers, the desktops even. So we always would put these surge protectors on sale, but ours are special because they're an audible alert protection. So what happens is, as you're using the surge protector, if its ability to protect your equipment is gone, if it's used up, the surge protector will chirp at you like a cricket. It's really annoying. That's why we usually tell people to buy two, because when it goes bad, and it will go bad in the dead of the night, on the one night where you really need to get some sleep, and you can't because there's a cricket chirping somewhere under the desk. It's really annoying, okay? But that tells you it's time to replace it. So that means with one of our surge protectors, you don't have to replace it every year. You can keep it until it chirps, and then you're fine. So that's one of the big advantages. So every year we do a surge protector sale, and we put them on sale. And each year what we noticed was the number we were selling in each successive sale was dwindling. And we're talking, this is a $60 item that we're putting on sale for half off. So we're selling them for $30 a piece. We're not making a ton of cash on these guys. So to dedicate, 4 radio shows to it, an email blast, all the other stuff we do for marketing, for the return on investment. And every year we'd sell fewer and fewer because we were only selling them to new listeners, because the old listeners who bought them, theirs were still working fine. They didn't need to replace them. Guess we worked ourselves out of a job on that one, didn't we? So we stopped doing the sale. It's been 3-4 years. Have you ever heard a surge protector sale? Yeah, way back. Yeah. So it's been years since we've done this. So we said, okay, it's the 20th anniversary. Let's bring it back. So Schrock Innovations has our surge protectors. These are our there's only one that you can get anywhere that has an audible alert, and it's this one. It has 1,800 joules of protection. Lots of joules. Put in your pocket. It's going to last a long time. The cord is a right angle cord. What that means, you ladies out there, you plug this into the wall, you can push the desk all the way back up against the wall. Now, it doesn't stick out of the wall like 1.5 inches like your grandpa's surge protector used to. You know what? If you have a metal surge protector, it's time to replace it, because they haven't made those since the 80s, okay? If your surge protector is built into the desk you got from the mart, that had about 100 joules of protection in it, and it's time to replace it. And yes, it will not be fun to move it. So all these things you think about, right? So we sat down, though, and I'm telling you, I can get jazzed for just about anything. Tech-wise, I can get excited. Gail, see, this is the thing. We send an email alert about surge protectors, and Gail just clicked the unsubscribe link. She's like, this is stupid. I don't want to see anything about surge protectors. Unsubscribe. See, so that costs us, right? Because maybe the next time she wanted to see the sale, it would have been cool. Maybe she just didn't read far enough to hear what the 20th anniversary twist is. Because it's hard to get excited about surge protectors. So the Thor brain thought something related to surge protectors, something that would be important during storm season. And my wife is a very prepared person. The lovely Kimberly, she has backpacks for each of us, so that in the event if a tornado would hit or something and destroy our neighborhood, we each have a backpack, and there's a little bit of, there's some food in there, a change of clothes, a pair of old shoes in there, because these are the things that you don't have if your house gets swept away, right? And so we have the bags, we have the severe weather radio, and when the power goes out in our house, we're not really watching a lot of times the TV. We're not watching, we're either listening to a radio. We have the crank radio down there. We have it set to, you have it set to the station, and we crank it up and we play, and it's good. But a lot of times we want to see the weather radar in real time. You don't want to wait for the weather guy to come back around and show you the radar again. So we're on our phones or our tablets, and we're watching the weather radar. We have 3 little kids. Like, they want to get up in the middle of the night and go, let's all go to the basement. Yay. No, we're giving them screens and saying, okay, go watch your screens, go cuddle up with your blankie and your stuffed animal, and stay calm. Everybody stay calm, and it'll be fine. But when the power goes out, guess what happens? Now, in my house, nothing happens. Well, the lights go out, and that's cool because then we can all use our flashlights, but the internet stays on. The modem has backup power from my backup battery unit. My modem and my router have a dedicated backup battery unit. It's the only thing plugged into it. and it can keep my internet going for hours in a power outage. So that when all the other wireless networks in the neighborhood start dropping away and mine is still there, and I got friends texting me, hey, Thor, can I have the Wi-Fi password? Yeah, no. You should have bought your own backup battery, especially when Schrock had them on special. So here's the deal. You need a surge protector. If you haven't replaced it in a while, you need one. They're on sale. They're on our website. You can buy them online. You click on shop and specials. Inside the service centers, guys, we're a little low on these. They are coming. They will be here on like Wednesday, Thursday this week. So the best bet is to either place your order on the website or just call in and place the order. And then when it comes in, we'll call you to come pick it up. I think each service center has a few left, but we don't have, normally we sell, and we did these sales back in the day, we'd sell a couple hundred. So, I mean, it's a lot. So, and we haven't done it in a while, so I have no idea what to expect, especially because you can supersize your surge protector. Now, here's the thing. Your surge protector has no battery, right? It's just surge protector. You can upgrade that for $60 more to a battery backup. This battery backup will keep your internet, if you just plug your, like I do, if you just plug your modem and your router into it, it will keep your internet up for about 4 hours in a power outage. If you plug your computer into it, it'll keep the computer running for, depending, of course, on your computer and its power draw, anywhere from, 5 minutes if it's a really, really high-end gaming computer, all the way up to like a half an hour if it's not. So, these aren't like hugely expensive battery backups, but that's been the thing. People don't buy these because they tend to be very expensive. Right now at Schrock with the special, normally these are $150. You can get the battery backup for $89.99. And it's an APC brand. We didn't even go and get the cheap ones from China. Like, this is APC. This is the gold standard for battery backups. So here's the deal. Special this month, you can get yourself a surge protector for half off. It's $30 instead of $60, or $29.99 in marketing language. Or you can upgrade that for $60 more to $89.99 and get yourself a battery backup that also has a surge protector built into it. So there's your special for May, guys. I know it's super exciting. I know, but trust me, if you don't get the battery backup, when the power goes out from the next severe storm that we have, you're going to be looking at your wife, your husband, your kids, your grandkids. They're all going to be looking at you like, if you would have bought the stupid battery, we could all be on the internet right now and we could all be calm. But instead we have to like talk to each other and play a board game and try to pretend like we're not scared, okay? This is not cool. All right, 866-496-8772. That's the number to join us on the program. Ask a question, make a comment. We will get you in the drawing for a $25 Schrock Innovations gift certificate there as well. Got to take a quick break. Coming up on the program, we've got an update on the new version of Endpoint that's coming out this week. You want to stay tuned for that one. Also, if you're a Firefox user, you may have noticed a lot of stuff stopped working in the last couple days. We're going to tell you what's going on there and what the Firefox team is doing to fix that, coming up next on Compute This.
Schrock Innovations repair technicians also make house calls. Make an appointment and let us bring our award-winning computer support right to your home or business. Schrock Innovations has spent nearly 2 decades working to make your technology life easier, and the all-new SchrockInnovations.com is no exception. Now you can order new modular computers and solid-state laptops directly from our website, secure your computer with our virus-free guaranteed Symantec endpoint software, find innovative new technologies like our modular storage devices, and get free help and tips. Take a look at the special section to find sales on one-of-a-kind items, display models, refurbished units, and our latest special offers. Swing by the Compute This page to watch TV segments and archived radio shows, or even get one-on-one help through the Schrock Desk. As always, we respect your privacy, so we secure our website with the latest encryption technology and only the most secure payment methods. You can pick up your purchases at any of our 3 service centers or have them shipped directly to your door. The new SchrockInnovations.com makes technology simple. It's what we do. Compute This pro tip 423. Everyone knows you need an antivirus and firewall program for your computer, but which one is the best? Should you use the free ones, pay for a commercial product, or maybe even the free stuff your internet service provider gives you? The absolute worst thing you can do is to install nothing. Windows 10 comes with Windows Defender, but Microsoft never intended it to be your primary antivirus product.
Free antivirus like AVG or Avast are more effective than Windows Defender, but Consumer Reports ranks the free antivirus products in the middle of the pack when compared to their commercial competitors. As for the free software from your internet provider, forget about it. It's designed to protect their network, not your computer. There are two products that trade the crown for best antivirus software year after year. Schrock recommends Symantec products like Endpoint, but the Russian-made Kaspersky antivirus program also does an outstanding job. This pro tip brought to you by Schrock Innovations Computer Company.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back into Compute This. My name is Thor Schrock. I'm the owner of the Schrock Innovations Computer Company. The number to join us on the program today is 866-496-8772. Now, over at Schrock Innovations, if you're not familiar with what we do, if you're a new listener to the program, welcome aboard. We love having you. We are live on Facebook as well at facebook.com/Schrock Innovations. If you're there on Facebook now, please click the like and the follow buttons so that way you're alerted when we're on the air next time. Sometimes throughout the week, we do little updates too, so it's kind of a neat thing to do. This is going to be very important that you click that like and follow button, because coming up in any day now is going to be the not so April Microsoft upgrade. I've been getting calls and messages about this. Microsoft did delay the big Windows 10 1903 upgrade from last month to this month because of several problems, some of which were fixed, major ones were not. This one is going to be a storm, if you will. So you really want to have Safe Upgrade. And as a result, I believe we're almost out. You can pick up Safe Upgrade on our website at SchrockInnovations.com. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. Basically what it does is it safely installs the Microsoft Windows 18 or 1903 update for you, with just like we would do in the service center, just like with a technician. It gives you a warranty. Really, you don't want to be one of those people that has to come into the service center and spend a couple hours of labor getting your computer fixed because an update blew it up. So you can always check that out there as well on the website. A lot of things that we do at Schrock are technology related, obviously. We fix computers, we fix laptops, we build our own computers, modular PCs. They last 5 to 7 years. If you compare that to the HPs and Dells out there right now that last 18 months, if you haven't bought a computer in the last 5 years, the entire world has changed since you've been asleep. And when I say asleep affectionately, if you have one of our computers, that's why you haven't bought one in 5 years, because it lasts. They don't make them that way anymore. The major manufacturers just don't. So just something to be aware of if you're out going to be shopping for computers here in the near future. All right, 866-496-8772. Let's jump into these phones here. Al, welcome to the program. How can I help you today on Compute This?
I have a problem with my Windows 7 laptop.
Okay, what's going on?
I was using it offline in another room with Microsoft Office. I was finished. I carried it to another room, hooked it to the docking station without powering it down. And now with Firefox, my ad blocker is gone.
Aha.
I cannot restore it. And I tried backing it up to restore it to a week earlier, and ad blocker is still gone.
Isn't that amazing? The same thing happened to my Firefox on my phone as well. And you do not realize how many ads that you just don't see because they get blocked. Some of these websites, it's hard to read the story on the page because it's like ad.
I realize that now.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes you sick. Well, it's not your computer, Al. The good news is it's not your computer, and there's there's one thing you can do to fix it. We might get into that, and it's kind of complicated. But here's what happened. Firefox in 2016, and this is only affecting the Firefox browser. Firefox is being hit with this because they, in 2016, installed a new security feature that basically says the only add-ons that can run in Firefox are add-ons that are verified by the Firefox repository, the Firefox store. And the reason they did that was because bad guys, malicious guys, were making nasty little add-ons or extensions and getting them installed on people's computers, and then all of a sudden their Firefox would do funny stuff. People would say, well, this Firefox is making pop-ups everywhere. I hate it. I'm going to switch to Chrome. And Firefox was losing browser share because of it. So they said from now on, anything that you install has to be a verified extension. And as a result, that whole system had to be secure. And so it had to have a secure socket layer, which is obtained through a secure socket certificate. Secure socket certificates have expiration dates. And somebody was sleeping at the switch over at Firefox and the Mozilla Foundation and allowed their certificate to expire. So as a result, all add-ons in Firefox, not just the ad blocker, but all add-ons are currently not working. So that's the good news or the bad news, depending on how you look at it. Now, the follow-up, the update we have on this is this morning, as of 9 a.m. Eastern time. Well, wait, is that even now? I swear that said 9 a.m. Eastern time, but that would have been like breaking news now kind of thing. So as of 9 a.m. Eastern time, the update is Mozilla is pushing out an update that's going to fix this for everybody and allow you don't have to do anything. All of your extensions will start working again. In the meantime, if for whatever reason, and it didn't impact all Firefox users for some reason, there must have been multiple certificates, but I was certainly impacted, and Al, that's what's impacting you as well. The other thing you can do is you can go into your Firefox settings. It's the way you do that is you go up to the top where you normally type in like a browser or a URL, like SchrockInnovations.com, and you type about and then a colon and the word config, and you hit enter. That's going to take you into the settings where you can actually turn off the only install extensions that are verified through the repository. You can disable that feature, and then, of course, all your extensions will start working again, but it does lower your security profile. We recommend you do not do that, especially because Firefox is fixing this. This just happened yesterday, and they almost got it fixed here this morning. But that's what's going on. That's why you're getting all these ads. But, yeah, it made reading the news last night before I went to bed extra challenging because my normally 5.5-inch phone screen became like a 1.5-inch phone screen as I scrolled through all the ads you can't close. All right. So, yep, it's nothing you did, Al, and it had nothing to do with the docking station or what room of the house you're in or anything. Literally, it was just like when you decided to get up and move, that certificate expired, and boom, that's what happened.
Okay. So all I got to do is wait for the update.
Yep, you just got to sit around and wait for it, maybe restart the computer, and you should be good to go.
Wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right, sounds good. Thanks for the call, Al. And it's as easy as that, folks. Al's got himself in the drawing for a $25 Schrock Innovations gift certificate. He didn't even do anything wrong. He just had a problem. And you know what? Firefox is on it. They're going to solve it for him. 866-496-8772. We're going to take our bottom of the hour break here, but stick with us. When we come back on the top side, we'll go over the important update that's coming out for Semantic Endpoint this week. This is something that's going to impact every single Schrock Innovations endpoint customer. So if you have your antivirus through us, stay tuned. An update coming up next on Compute This.
Update all of your third-party apps on your computer with Secure Updater. It keeps all your apps running smoothly and helps block viruses. Download it for free today at secureupdater.com. Every person listening to this broadcast has either experienced data loss or knows someone who has. When you think about it, you have a lot more data stored in many more places than you'd like to admit. Have you downloaded those videos from your phone, backed up the pictures on your iPad, or even tackled that sometimes daunting task of backing up your entire computer's hard drive? Most people just don't back up their stuff, and that's why Schrock Innovations has one of the most advanced data recovery centers in the Midwest. Equipped with the latest DDI data imaging devices, state-of-the-art custom recovery software, and Omaha's best data recovery technicians, Schrock Innovations has a 96.8% success rate when recovering data from damaged hard drives, flash drives, camera cards, and more. We all know we should back up our data, but if you are ever caught in a data loss nightmare, call the experts at Schrock Innovations to get your data back right where it belongs, safe and backed up on a stable hard drive. Compute This pro tip number 753. Have you ever wondered how the bad guys always seem to find a way into your computer? Gone are the good old days of email worms and I love you viruses. Nobody wants to steal your data anymore, or in many cases, even your identity. Today's cyber criminals want to sell access to your computer or hold your data for ransom. The bad guys are exploiting zero-day vulnerabilities to break into systems that are supposed to be hack-proof. These vulnerabilities are always newly discovered, and the criminals have a brief time to exploit them before they get patched. Antivirus and firewalls do not prevent these attacks, but you can minimize your computer's exposure by installing all security patches as quickly as possible. The average computer needs 12 patches a week That's not including the ones that are automatically delivered to your computer. Boost your cybersecurity by staying on top of it manually, or use a patch installation program like Secure Updater to get your computer the patches it needs. This pro tip is brought to you by Schrock Innovations Computer Company.
Fox News, I'm Karen McHugh. A police officer is killed in North Carolina overnight. 32-year-old Jordan Harris Sheldon, a canine cop in Mooresville, was shot dead in the midst of a routine traffic stop. It happened around 10 p.m. Saturday. The suspect later shot and killed himself as police closed in. A news conference is scheduled for later today. Officer Sheldon's the 15th police officer to be killed in the line of duty this year. New details surrounding Friday night's explosion at an Illinois silicone factory that killed at least 2 plant employees.
The factory, located about 40 miles north of Chicago, was open for business, and employees were working in the building at the time of the incident, the blast damaging at least 5 other buildings nearby. Illinois State Representative Joyce Mason sending her condolences to the victims while urging area residents to take precautions against possible airborne contaminants.
Fox's Dan Springer crews are still searching for 2 others who are presumed dead. This is Fox News.
Now, the News Radio 1110 KFAB Weather Watch.
An isolated shower is possible this morning. Otherwise, partly to mostly sunny skies expected for Sunday. High temperatures around 76. We will see a few scattered storms developing after 4 p.m., especially near and south of I-80. Some of those storms could be on the stronger side. Only showers left over for the overnight, with temperatures dropping to around 51. With Omaha's most accurate forecast, I'm 6 News First Alert meteorologist David Keller on News Radio 1110 KFAB.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back into Compute This. My name is Thor Schrock. I'm the owner of the Schrock Innovations Computer Company. We've got 3, count them, 1, 2, 3 locations. If you count the virtual ones, they're virtually unlimited. But we've got 3 physical brick and mortar locations that are surviving the retail apocalypse. The first one is 27th and Pine Lake Road. Stay tuned during the Aftershock. We have a construction update for those of you who've listened to the program for a while now, and especially those of you in Lincoln, perk your ears up. That Lincoln Service Center that's been there for 11 years is moving. It is not closing. It is moving. We are moving it just about a mile down the road. We're going to be right off 14th and Pine Lake Road. There's a brand new building that Kruger Development built down there called Sierra Suites, and it's a cool concept. Basically, it's the ground level is all commercial. It's a mixed use, so it's all commercial on the ground level, and above it are all like apartments and suite, townhomes and things like that. It's pretty cool. So think about that. If like you had a computer problem, you could just go downstairs and drop it off. And then right across the street, there's huge numbers of apartment complexes. It's a great location for us. But more importantly, it is going to allow us to do some pretty spectacular things that we have not been able to do before. New pieces of hardware, new pieces of software, which at first seem completely unrelated to the construction of a new service center. But if I walk you through how they're connected, you'll understand, but it would take too long to do here. That's what the Aftershock is for after the program. By the way, if you want to stay tuned on Facebook.com/Schrock Innovations, after the show is done on the radio, we do something called the Aftershock. And that's where everything that doesn't fit in the show goes. So for example, I introduced my 12-year-old son to the Swedish Chef this week. Bork, bork, bork. No idea. And then through an unfortunate series of events, the Swedish Chef erupted from my pocket, which is ironic when your name is Thor. So, I mean, little things like that just don't fit in the show that are really funny, but just don't fit in the show. That all happens during the Aftershock, and you can watch that exclusively on Facebook, facebook.com/Schrock Innovations. Again, click that like and that follow button, and that way you'll get alerted when we pop up and do an Aftershock or something like that. You'll get a little notification in your feed that we were live, and you can go back and watch it. If you don't have a Facebook account, I totally get it. You don't have to have a Facebook account to take advantage of the content on SchrockInnovations.com's Facebook page, because it's open to the public. All right, 866-496-8772. The other 2 locations, Omaha, 168th and Burke. That's just across the street from the Village Point Mall. And in Papillion, 84th and Highway 370. The number to join us on the program today is 866-496-8772. And that's what Ed has done. Ed, welcome to the show. How can I help you today on Compute This?
Well, I was going to ask you about the Endpoint, the new version, but
yeah,
you already said it's coming out. But my second question is a while back you said it would be available for like iPhones and stuff.
Yes.
And so I want to buy it for my iPhone, but am I going to have to drop my phone off and come back the next day? Or can I bring it in and say a half an hour or so you guys have it done?
Excellent questions.
Because I'll be coming from Fremont, and I just don't want to spend all day in Omaha.
No, I understand entirely. And we had the same question. So, okay. So first off, for those of you who have Symantec Endpoint through Schrock Innovations, Symantec Endpoint, if you don't know what it is, we all know we're supposed to have antivirus software, but Symantec Endpoint is like the king Mac daddy of antivirus updates. For example, I'm going to pull open my folder here, and I am going to talk about, let's see, this morning at 5:22 a.m. Oh, who is this? John K. Yep, John K. That's you. Phone number ending in 1097. I won't give out all your information on the radio, but you're up for renewal in October of 19 with your endpoint. So you got some time yet. But this morning at 5:22 a.m. and 52 seconds and 53 seconds, you were attacked by an unwanted extension or scam site redirection. So you tried to go to a website and it tried to redirect you to an attack site, and your Symantec Endpoint prevented you from getting infected with a virus. Then on 5/5 at 21:46, so that was at 5:21:46, so about 1 minute before that, and then again before that, the same thing happened. So it happened once, and you're like, why isn't that page loading? And like we all would do, you tried to infect yourself a second time. And Endpoint said, no, you can't do that. And I get that. That was the alert from 5:37 a.m. Now, the Schrock customer that attempted to get infected just before that, that was Tom B. He's up for renewal in May of next year. He just renewed, actually. But Tom, it's a good thing you renewed when we sent out that call on Monday here, because at 4:59 a.m., what are you guys getting up so early for? 4:59 a.m. this morning, 4:59:02, 4:59 and 2 seconds, 4:59 and 2 seconds, 4:59 and 2 seconds. So within 1 second, you got hit with the Trojan Smoker, the Trojan ZBot, and a generic Trojan installer. 3 viruses, all resolved automatically, no action required. Oh, and there was a downloader in there too that tried to download another virus to your computer, but Endpoint snapped that one before. Now that, and the one before that tried to get hit was 5:19 a.m. So that is how fast. So 5:19 a.m., 5:21, 5:37 a.m. There's about a dozen virus attacks on Schrock customers during that time, and Endpoint is protecting them. Endpoint is the daddy Mac daddy of antivirus software. It's the best you can get. It's what corporations use. It's what the government uses. And normally it's not available for consumers because it's a corporate level thing. But you see, we twisted it and we said, okay, Symantec, let's say that Schrock Innovations is the network administrator for a very large corporation with 3,000 or 4,000 terminals, your computers, that we are protecting. And we want to protect them all, but they're all geographically diverse. They're not all in one building, because you're not all in our building. And therefore, we made it work. We made this available to the average consumer and backed it with amazing service and support. So now, as a result, everybody's protected. But the threats are always evolving. They are always changing. So as a result, Endpoint has to evolve and change too. So 7 days from now, everybody will receive a message. Every Schrock customer that has Endpoint will receive a message on their screen informing them that their computer will reboot in 20 minutes. You cannot opt out of it. You cannot stop it. You just have to reboot the computer. You can say, restart now and get it out of the way, but you got to save your work and get out of the computer, because they have to install this new version of Endpoint that is going to protect you from all the newest 21st century threats. Now, Ed, to your question, the phone versions of this, we asked the same question, like, how are we going to install this on people's phones? Are we going to Schrock? Can we Schrock desk into phones? And the answer is sometimes yes and sometimes no. It depends on what phone you have. So that's no good. So how can we do this? And here's the answer. You do come into the service center. You come in and we can install it for you while you wait. So what we have to do is we have to log into our Endpoint account on your phone, install it on your phone, and then log out of our Endpoint account, and then you'll have it on your phone. This works for iPhone and Android. But basically, the nice thing about it is there were some questions on Facebook, like, does it have a VPN? It does offer a VPN. So literally, once you have endpoint on your phone, it's not only protecting you from virus attacks and scammy apps you might accidentally download, or download an app that you think is legit when it's not. It's also protecting your privacy, not just from bad guys, but from your actual carrier. So your Sprint, Verizon, AT&T, they don't even know what you're looking at on the internet anymore. From the government, they don't know what you're looking at on the internet anymore. And it's all included in that package. So the phone component, the phone antivirus, is becoming a more and more pervasive threat. I think every week, this is the first week in almost a month that I haven't had a really nasty, scary, like your phone's going to blow up from an infection story. So it's coming. We've said it's coming for a while. It's here. You need to have protection. So after next week, it should be available. We'll talk about it on the show, of course. There may be a special in the future. Wink, wink, nod, nod, if you know what I mean. You want to save some money on that. But we already have our May special announced, so I'm pretty sure it's not going to be a special in May. Again, wink, wink, nod, nod. You getting the message here, Ed?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I sure do. So if I call ahead and say, hey, I'm going to be there at 10 o'clock when you open, they'll just take care of me right away then, right?
Yeah, you don't even have to call ahead. It's going to be, it has to just be real time. That's how we have to install it. So when you come in, if there's 5 people that came in ahead of you, well, then those 5 people will get done before you. But we can do them all at the same time. That's the cool thing. So we can get one going, and we can set it off to the side while it's installing, and then we can get the other one going. It's basically just an app you install on your phone. It's the Endpoint app, but you have to have a license for it, which is why we have to do all the logging and everything, passwords, and we get you set up with a license. But then once it's set up on your phone, you never have to do anything with it. It's just like on your computer. It'll update automatically. You'll get one of our robocalls. That I know everybody loves robocalls, but you'll get a robocall when it's time to renew it, so you don't end up with service being canceled. And if you're on the do not call list, we obviously can't robocall you. At the end of the month, the people who still have not responded, we actually physically call those people to make sure that they get a.
I just renewed my Endpoint. I think it was last month. So you'll send out an email or something when this is available for my phone then?
Oh yes, absolutely. Let's just say I have a sneaking suspicion it's going to be the June special. Okay.
Oh, okay.
In fact, it's going to be the June special. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be like a ridiculous discount. Like probably the renewal price instead of the full $160 to install it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be big because this is something that people need to do. And just like, 20 years ago when we got on the radio and we're like, you must have antivirus for your computer. And everyone's like, I don't know what this antivirus, I'm not going to get a virus. No one's going to attack me. And then all of a sudden everyone's like, oh my gosh, I need antivirus. This is going to be that story all over again.
Well, getting back to that Microsoft upgrade, I bought the Schrock deal, the safe upgrade.
Yeah.
But you were saying something about USB ports.
Yes.
Well, see, I got a laptop with a wireless mouse, and I got the backup, the Schrock backup drive, and that stuff plugged in there. So, is this still going to work, or?
Well, and thank you for the call, Ed. That's a great question. We're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, let's talk about what Safe Upgrade is, and because every week we get new listeners. So let me tell everybody just really briefly what Safe Upgrade is, and then we'll talk about that USB thing because that is important. If you have a USB device installed in the computer, when you try to run this upgrade, it may not install properly. And that was the big problem that Microsoft had with it, and that's one of the reasons it got delayed until May. So we're going to take our quick break here, Ed. Thank you very much for the call. I got you in the drawing. Blaine, Charlie, Gary, stay on the line. Your calls are also coming up next on Compute This.
Now you can configure and purchase laptops, desktops, tablets, and more, all at the new SchrockInnovations.com. Check out our specials for one-of-a-kind discounts and deals. External hard drives are handy. You can back up multiple computers to them or even use them to move lots of data from one computer to another. Computer users have been buying the same old external hard drives for years. While our computers have been getting faster, we still do backups that take hours or watch epic progress bars creep by to move files. Schrock wanted more for our customers, so our innovators created the fastest external hard drives on the planet. Schrock modular storage devices are up to 50% faster than Seagate or Western Digital externals and are modular in the truest sense of the word. We can create whatever size and speed of drive you need for all of your needs. And all modular storage devices come with a data restoration guarantee. If you use our drives for backing up and your computer's hard drive fails, we'll restore your backup to your repaired computer for free. Fast, simple, and flexible technology solutions from Schrock Innovations. It's what we do. Compute This pro tip number 187. Recently, you may have received a phone call from someone claiming to be from Microsoft or had a message pop up on your screen telling you that your computer was infected. Do not respond to these calls or messages. They're always a scam. Microsoft will never call you about your computer. Here's how the scam actually shakes out. You get the phone call that your computer's infected. The scammers hit you with some mumbo jumbo about an infected IP address. They'll ask your permission to connect and help you fix it. Once they're in your computer, they do a bunch of fake scans that detect a lot of problems that really aren't there. You see the scan results and figure your computer's in trouble. Next, the scammers will demand up to $400 to clean up the computer and set you up with a lifetime protection. Don't fall for the scam. Keep good security software installed like Endpoint and Secure Updater so when things like this do happen, you know you are covered. This pro tip brought to you by Schrock Innovations Computer Company.
Alrighty, folks, as always, time flies by. We're in the final segment here on Compute This. Stay tuned after the show for the After Schrock. Blaine, Charlie, Gary, stay on the line. I appreciate your patience there. Really quickly, Safe Upgrade is a program that we made at Schrock Innovations because Microsoft is putting out these major, they call them updates, but they're basically upgrades. It's like you're getting a whole new version of Windows 10 every 6 months, but it's still called Windows 10. It has a new version number. That's that 1903 we keep talking about. Right now, you have version 1809 if you're current, and then when this new one comes out, you'll have version 1903. So, and they're all called Windows 10, so it's not confusing at all. So, do you have Windows 10 or do you have Windows 10? No, they're different. So basically what ends up happening is every 6 months Microsoft puts out this release, and every 6 months what happens is your computer downloads this massive 6 gigabyte update. Then it starts to install it. It takes all of your stuff, your pictures, your photos, your videos, everything like that, moves it off to the side into a temporary holding place, wipes out your old version of Windows, installs the new version of Windows, and then moves all of your stuff back. Nothing could go wrong in that process, right? If you have a virus, it'll go wrong. If you have a hard drive that's failing, it'll go wrong. If you don't have all your third-party software up to date, it can go wrong. If you have incompatible software that was compatible with the last version of Windows 10 but is not compatible with the new one, it can go wrong. With this most recent update, what Ed was talking about with the USB thing is one of the bugs. This was supposed to come out in April, but Microsoft pushed it back until May because the last 2 releases they've done have been absolute just cluster bombs. It's been a mess. They can't have another mess. So they pushed it off by a month. Now, the big thing that they had a problem with was if you had a USB storage device hooked up, like a flash drive, or like Ed said, he has his backup hard drive hooked up. Now, I just told you, it's moving all of your stuff around. You really want to have a backup before you install this update. It's just common sense. Well, if you have a backup drive installed, the computer, when it runs the update, cannot, as Microsoft put it, enumerate the drives properly. So in other words, your C drive is where all your stuff is stored. Your D drive is your backup. It might get confused and think the D drive is the C drive and install your new version of Windows there. And then all your stuff is lost because it was put into a temporary place on the old C drive, but when it went to look for it on the new C drive, it ain't there anymore. So, wow, it's a mind bender, right? So the bottom line is Microsoft couldn't fix it. So now when you go to install this update, you can't have any USB storage devices hooked up to the computer. No flash drives, no backup hard drives, no camera cards. So that's the long and the short of it. So do your backup. and here's the problem. If you're just going to wait for this update to come down naturally, it can take anywhere from a day to 2 weeks. So what Microsoft is telling you to do essentially is to remove your backup drive and just chill out and wait, which nothing could go wrong there, right? Unplug your backup for a couple of weeks. You'll be fine. Just wait. And then in the middle of the night when you're sleeping and you're not even know it's going to happen, we're going to install this massive update. And when you wake up, all your stuff will be gone. And you'll have to go to the data recovery lab. There'll be tears and gnashing of teeth and opening of wallets. And you're going to curse the name that Microsoft is. We don't want that to happen. So that's what Safe Upgrade is for, because it happens every single update, sometimes to the same people, which gets really frustrating. So Safe Upgrade is $50. You buy it on our website, SchrockInnovations.com. Go to Shop and Specials. That's where you'll also find the half-off surge protectors for the May special, as well as the battery backups. Those things are an amazing deal at $89.99, and that's why Dale just picked one up. So basically, the battery backups over there, they'll run a modem and a router for about 4 hours. So if there's a power outage or a storm-related outage, your internet and your wireless network, your internet and your modem will stay online, providing you with internet for the house, for the kiddos, the iPads, the weather radars, all that stuff. Or you can use it to run your computer. It has a battery backup and a surge protector built into it. So it's pretty cool stuff. Huge sales going on those. SchrockInnovations.com, Shop and Specials. You can also pick up a copy of Safe Upgrade while you're there. As soon as it is time to run Safe Upgrade, we will let you know. We will do an email. We will do a robocall. We will do a Facebook Live, which is why I'm asking you to click like and click follow so that when we do that Facebook Live, it pops up in your feed. We will put a post on Facebook. We will boost that post on Facebook, spend money to make sure you see it. We're going to get on the radio and talk about it. If you're under a rock, you won't hear about it. If you're on vacation, you won't hear about it. But we're here for you. 866-496-8772. Blaine, welcome to the program. How can I help you on Compute This today?
I'm going to be on vacation.
Okay. Congratulations. I want one too.
So I think I'm going to be screwed.
Why is that?
Because I'm going to be on vacation.
Well, usually vacations are relaxing, enjoyable things.
Yeah, I know. Tuesday I leave, so.
So why are you going to have a problem?
Well, I have the endpoint, and then I don't know what do I do with my computer. I'm not going to take it with me. I won't have my internet service provider.
Yeah. How long are you going to be gone?
15 days.
Okay. So normally I would tell you to just leave the thing on. It'll be fine. And it will be fine. When you get back and turn it on, everything will be fine. It will update. It'll do its upgrade. Everything will be fine. Now, here's the thing. The reason I'm telling you in this case not to do that is because this big update is coming. And I wouldn't want it to automatically install on your computer while you're gone, especially if you have Safe Upgrade. So just turn the computer off and everything will be fine.
All the way off, unplug it. It's going to be like it's in the box.
Yeah, you don't have to unplug it. You don't have to unplug it. You just shut it down, and it'll stay shut down.
Okay.
And you'll be good to go.
And then when this update comes, it's going to pass me by. Then what happens?
Well, what'll happen is when you get home, you'll turn your computer on, and then the update will come.
The endpoint.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As long
and what if
you have a month to pick it up.
Okay.
So you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine, Gary.
No, I still have to pay for it, but I'm going to worry about that later.
So,
I mean, I just have to renew it.
Oh, that'll be fine, Blaine. It'll be fine. But yeah, we'll get you all taken care of on the renewal there. When the time comes, you'll get a call from us, and then you have the entire month to do that too. So you'll be just fine, Blaine. I want you to go on vacation, and I want you to enjoy yourself. I don't want you worrying about your computer. Let us worry about your computer. If you are deathly afraid of missing out on an update or having something happen, you can drop your computer off in the service center and leave it with us. We have people do this while you're on vacation. That way, when the endpoint update hits, we'll turn your computer on. We'll make sure it gets the update, get everything going. If the Microsoft update hits, we'll make sure it gets done. And then when you get back from vacation, you can pick up your freshly cleaned and prepped and fluffed computer ready to go. So, Blaine, that might be a great option for you. You could drop it off at any of the 3 service centers as well. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it. All right, next up is Charlie. Welcome to the show, Charlie. How can I help you on Compute This today?
Good morning, Thor. I just had my hard drive replaced with a solid state hard drive, and
Okay.
it's working great.
Awesome.
I have an external hard drive, but I can't access it. I want to do a backup, and I have no backup saved on here. It says to use backup and restore Windows 7. Can I still use that or not?
Are you running Windows 10 right now?
Yes.
Okay, I recommend that you do not use that any longer. I love that program. The problem is if you make a backup under version Windows 10 version 1809 and then you upgrade to version 1903, your backup won't complete successfully. It can't do another backup because the operating system changed, and your old backups won't restore. So you want to switch over to the Windows file history backup is the one you want to do.
All right. Will that allow me to do backup on the external hard drive?
Well, when you plug that external hard drive in, does it show up on the computer at all?
No.
Okay, so there's a few reasons that could happen. Now, we could take a look at that over the Schrock desk for you. Sometimes the computer just doesn't assign a drive letter. So when you plug it in, all it needs to do is say, hey, this is the E drive, and it doesn't do that. And we can go in and tell it to do that, and then it'll remember in the future to do that. And we can do that right over the Schrock desk. But on the other hand, if the external hard drive is failing, if it's not working right, then we want to see that in the service center. So what I would suggest we do, Charlie, is give us a call. We're open from 10 to 8 on Saturday and noon to 5 on Sunday. Just give us a call in the service center. Let us take a quick look at that and see what's going on. And then if it is, in fact, bad, we can get it in and get you a replacement. If it just needs a drive letter, that's something we can fix in 5 minutes for you. So that's pretty easy there. Thank you very much for the call. We do have you in the drawing as well. Gary, welcome to the program. You're up next on Compute This. How can I help you today?
You with me?
I'm with you, Gary.
Okay, I think you answered my question. I've got safe update.
Yes.
And I just wonder what the hell happened to it.
Yeah, we're just patiently waiting for Microsoft to pull the trigger. And the funny thing is...
Another question then.
Okay.
I ordered a laptop from you about 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I still haven't heard any word from that.
Okay. Yeah, the laptop, all of our new computers are produced in the Papillion Service Center. So if you want to check on the status, you can call any of the shops, but Papillion usually has the most up-to-date information on that. It takes 14 business days to get a laptop done, so that's about 3 weeks. So you're probably right on track here.
Okay, that's all I had.
All right. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate it. Today's winner, $25 Schrock Innovations gift certificate is Charlie. Congratulations. Nikki will get a hold of you here on Monday and get you that certificate. Also, guys, stay tuned for the After Schrock. I introduced my son to the Swedish chef, Bork, Bork, Bork. That was fun. Not that you can make cartoons like that anymore. And we'll be back again next Sunday for another exciting edition of Compute This.
This is News Radio 1110 KFAB Omaha. Online at KFAB.com. On your phone with the iHeartRadio app. And on hundreds of devices like Alexa, Google Home, Xbox, and Sonos.
Kentucky Derby Dilemma. I'm Del Walters, Fox News. What happens when the odds-on favorite to win the Derby wins? Enter